So this is just a quick look at the new Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is 2019 plate. And I'm just having a look around now. Don't want to stand there. This has a 3-litre CRD diesel engine. It's got 245 horsepower and it's nice. Got some nice chrome accents on this car. And I love the look. I'm pretty much going through the Jeep range at the moment. The last video I had the Jeep Wrangler, the new 2019 version of that. And this one is just more of your everyday family SUV. And if we have a look in the back, let's have a look in the boot now. There we go. Loads of space in the back here. You've got mats down there for your spare wheel and your toolkit. Seats fold down. Unfortunately, here, really want a handle there for them to be able to fall down and there. But what you've got to do is you've actually got to go around and use the handle there and kind of like do it manually. But as you can see, lots of room in the back of this car. In the front, I think the interior on these newer Jeeps so good now. It's keyless entry, so there is the key. And it's got your stop-start button. Let's fire her into life. So with these newer Jeeps... Oh, thank you, Simon Moe. So we're just looking at this screen in the middle here. They have normal analog dials on the left and on the right, but in the middle they have like a nice sat-nav screen, all of your information on there, which you can kind of just toggle by doing this. It's got lane assist and a few other features. You can see your bar pressure, if you just want your speedo like that. And then you can just toggle to the right if you want it a more traditional way as well, or like that. It's got Apple CarPlay. This is pretty much the same as the Jeep Wrangler infotainment screen. What I love about these, I don't know if you've seen that video, is you can actually change what you want at the bottom there. So if you think, no, I don't really want my phone, I don't want the heated steering and seat control, you can just go onto the apps and say you want, I don't know, off-road pages. You can drag it and just pop it down and replace it. So it's always at the bottom, like you'd have on your iPhone or your iPad. And just here you've got all of your four-wheel drive options, so you can lift up like you can on many with the suspension high up, put it down if you're parking, you can have it. It's just self-explanatory really. Rock and mud, auto, sand, snow, low range as well, hill descent if you're going down there. And the stereo system, which I always like to look out for. Yes, Harman & Kardon. I used to have one of these in my Mercedes CLS, and the system is so good. Even if you want a bit of classical music, which I'm just listening to today because look, I'm in the countryside and it's nice and chilled out. And this as well has got a nice, all the way front to back, sunroof as well, panoramic, and you can actually open this one, so it's not just a glass sunroof. You can let the outside world in. I actually really like the look of the Jeeps at the moment. This Grand Cherokee looks pretty cool from the side and from the front as well. I just think it's so nice and aggressive, and the LED lights that they have as well, I think are pretty cool. Thing is though, if you don't like your Jeep to have lots of chrome, what you can do is have one that doesn't have any chrome at all, called the Night Eagle. This looks similar to the Trackhawk, doesn't it, this one, which is that big V8 monster, which, to be honest, I did try to get, but they don't have a press version of that car in the UK at the moment. But this though, still the same 3-litre diesel engine, but they've de-chromed everything and just replaced it with black. So even the side where it says Grand Cherokee, the door sills, obviously the wheels, all the badging at the back, and there it is, Night Eagle. It is a nice looking car, and I love the name as well. Like with Audi, they have the Black Edition, they have like Night Editions and night packs on some of the cars, but this one's called the Night Eagle. And I've had loads of people since I've had this one in particular saying, oh, I love your Range Rover, it looks really nice. And I kind of get, to the untrained eye, that it does look a bit Range Rovery at the front, around the back as well. Obviously, if you're a proper petrol head, you can probably see that it's not a Range Rover. But this one is a 67 plate, so slightly different to the 19 plate. Everything out the front is the same because you've got the LED headlights, apart from all the black. Inside though, slightly different with this. So you've got, oh, let's just get in the car. Like, for example, here you don't have the adjustable suspension in this car, it's just a couple of black bits. And here, you've got black bits there as well, which would have been something in the other car, but not this one. It's a bit like my dad's Cortina, where you didn't tick an option, you just kind of get a bit of black bit of plastic. But apart from that, everything else is the same. You don't get the CarPlay in this older one, and it's just like how a car goes through its life cycle, where you just sort of like update it with a few things, like you update the stereo system. Like this one doesn't actually have the same stereo system as the 19 plate one, but it's still got pretty much everything there. Reverse camera and everything else works just how it does in the other car. Seats in the Night Eagle are nice as well. I mean, they're just, I love the half leather, half sort of like Alcantara feel. It's really, really nice. A bit of sun cream from my wife there. That's been leaning on the back of that. I mean, this car has been used, and I'll tell you what, it's just been brilliant. Everything's been really good about it. On the motorway, just going off-road where I am here, which is my little off-roading track. I love the colour of this as well. This is the Velvet Red Pearl, if you're interested in getting this one, which I think is so nice. It's actually an optional extra. They've actually gone for the metallic paint on this one, the Pearl coat paint as well, which comes to about £1,500, and then on top of that the tri-coat paint, which is £2,000 as well. So to get that look, you're gonna have to pay for it, but with those black accents on there, it looks fantastic. In black with that colour, I think is the best colour combo. What do you think? But I've now driven this, I would say probably about 1,000 miles. The fuel tank, just going in, started life at 600 miles. I filled it up twice, so I've probably done, it's probably about 550, I'd say, about 550. Oh look, I've lost a mile, I'm not even moving. But it's about 550, I reckon, 600 at a push miles per tank. And as you can see there, my MPG, this includes loads of city driving and motorway driving, just over 30 miles per gallon. And for a car that weighs this much, 2.3 tons, I think this weighs, yeah, 2.3 tons. It's not bad, is it really? Considering I had a Mercedes GL, which did about 18 miles per gallon. So all in all then, the Grand Cherokee, better than I thought. It's great looking, it's frugal, it's powerful, it's comfortable, it's very commodious, and as you can see here, very well equipped with its 3-litre V6 diesel engine, but it's not cheap, as it comes in at just over, this model, £60,000. But to get the equivalent Range Rover, you'll be spending an awful lot more. And let's face it, when this is driving out of your gates, it still looks the part.